the studio here in the Sawmill Theater Complex. Hope you're having a great Thursday morning, or as we like to call it here, Friday Eve. That's right, tomorrow is Friday. And then this Saturday is a wonderful event here in Payson and Rumsey Park. It is Pups in the Pines, and that's what we're going to be talking about this morning, is everything that is going on at the event, Pups in the Pines. That's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And in the studio to talk more about it, we have Jane, Johnny, and Chris. And that could be a band. I like it. Jane, Johnny, and Chris. I like it. So ladies, good morning. Thank you so much for coming in this morning, again, to talk about this event. Just a great time. Used to be Gone to the Dogs, I believe, so some people might know it as Gone to the Dogs. Same event, similar event, just maybe a few changes, a few little tweaks here and there, but all the same fun events and displays, exhibitions, participants as in the past. So I think it just keeps getting bigger and better, it seems like. So first, Chris, talk a little bit about, I guess, this event, how the town of Payson now is partnering with the Lions Club and other groups to put on this event.
Yes, thank you, Chris. Yes, it was Gone to the Dogs and another name before that even, but now it is Pups in the Pines. And with the town, with Parks and Recreation coming in to help grow the event, to lead the event with our Lions Club. And we have sponsors from the community too that also help put this together, and we really appreciate those guys like Safeway and Walmart, the MHA Foundation, Banner Health, and I'm forgetting one. Walmart. How could I forget my Walmart? Okay, they're almost every day, it seems. So yes, so the event is growing. This year it's going to be very similar to last year. A couple of new things, and one of them is our Rim Country artist folks are going to be there. So that's new, and we have provided them with canvases, little 8x10 canvas, that they are going to help you, the attendees, and your pups paint a picture. So if you wanted to put your pup's paws on a canvas in different colors of paint and then make something of that, like flowers or whatever, we have artists there that are very creative that will help us do that. So that's kind of that's new this year for us.
That is really cool. And Rim Country Artists, a wonderful organization, just getting involved with so many more events throughout Rim Country. So that is great to see. So, Johnny, you are part of MHA Foundation, board member. So I know MHA Foundation just participating in so many different events with the schools, the hospital, just the influence and contributions are in so many places around the community. It's a great thing. But you're also there with the disc dogs, aren't you?
Right. Right. Well, I started a team about 5 years ago of disc dogs in Payson because I had played dog sports for about 25 years, but there really wasn't a lot locally except for Jane, who did agility, but then Jane took a hiatus because of an injury and whatnot. So I thought, I need something to do. And so I had a little clinic and a demonstration up here in Payson and started a disc dog club, which has really been absolutely a blast. It's how I met Chris, and she brought her wonderful dog Naresh there, who has since retired. And so anyway, we do that, and so we'll be there, and there's a whole process to disc dog competitions. In the league that I belong to, there's a field set up, and every 10 yards represents a score. So the farther you can throw, your dog will get more points. If they catch with 4 feet off the ground, they get an extra half a point. And you really have to train your dog to return back quickly because you're on the clock.
Yes.
So you have either 60 seconds or 90 seconds, depending. So you want to get as many throws as possible, and hopefully air catches, because it just adds. And so it's really fun. But we have grown the club and are now let me put it this way. We upload our scores at the end of our competitions to an international database. And Rim Country Disc Dogs has been in the top 10 internationally for 2 or 3 seasons.
Wow.
So we're really proud of that because we're a small club.
Uh-huh.
We don't draw from like the Valley, who has 2 million people to, you know,
Yeah.
draw from, or they actually went to the Australian Shepherd Club of America and got a lot of these really athletic Australian Shepherds
Uh-huh.
from some of the clubs down there. So that's been really fun. Just quickly, what I did before Disc Dogs was I played a game called Fly Ball.
Oh, okay.
It's a 4-dog relay race, and they race down a lane over 4 jumps and hit a spring-loaded box that ejects a ball, and they come back and the next dog goes. So it's 4 dogs against a team of 4 dogs, and it's wild.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So my team that I belong to is out of Mesa, which is Arizona Supercharged.
Mhm.
They're going to be up here this weekend, also on Saturday, to do some fly ball demos, and that'll add to the excitement.
And with the fly ball, are there sometimes like little hurdles?
Yes,
or
they
where
go
they're
over 4
jumping?
hurdles.
4 hurdles, then they hit that.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to hit their face against the box, but
Yeah.
really they're just getting close because they don't want to bobble. They know what the mission is.
Yes.
And beforehand you've figured out which way they turn. I mean, fly ball is really kind of a simple process, but there's a ton of components
Yeah.
that you have to perfect before you ever race them, because you want safety first, you want the health of their body when they're hitting the box
Yes.
to be great, and so you put all these little pieces together into a big sequence, and off they go.
Mhm. It's amazing watching those races. I've only seen them on videos, but oh my goodness, the dog, will fly down there and get the ball, come back as soon as they get to the line or wherever they need to be. The next dog just boom takes off like shot out of a cannon, just bam, and then they come back and the next dog boom, and it is something to
Well,
watch.
that's one of the components
Yeah.
is getting a dog comfortable passing that close to another dog when you're going, some of them could be going in excess of 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And you practice so that 1, they're comfortable passing, 2, they're passing close because that saves you time. There's all kinds of little strategies, but it's a lot of fun, and Arizona Supercharged will be there as well,
Wow.
doing a demo throughout the afternoon.
Well, that is cool. And then Jane, you have Friends of Aussie, or
Aussie and
Aussie and Friends.
Yes.
Aussie and Friends, get it right, which is a rescue for Australian Shepherds. So
Right.
tell us a little bit about your organization.
Yeah, for Aussie and Friends, we're based, of course, with me up here, but we have fosters, or foster-based rescue. And we have fosters, a couple up here, we have some in Phoenix, we have some down in Tucson. So we cover the state, and we try to take in what we can to help with any Australian Shepherds that need to be rehomed, either out of a shelter or owner turn-ins. And unfortunately, right now, a lot of dogs are being rehomed. People are with the economy and just everything. We get all different reasons. But it's not the dog's fault, but they're needing to find a home, so we try to help what we can. Unfortunately, we are down on fosters right now, so that is one thing. If you ever want to consider fostering a dog to help find it a new forever home, we would love to have new fosters. We are short. We have a waiting list for dogs to come in right now, unfortunately, that we can't help. So that's our mission. With as far as with the Aussies, try to find them a good new home. Like you took one of our dogs.
I know, and I had to look up because I remember he came in from Sholo, I believe the Sholo shelter. And shelters will get Australian Shepherds, and they'll give you a call, say, hey, we have this Aussie up here, if you want to come get them. And he came in from the Wallow Fire. I think when the Wallow Fire happened up there, he just got out or whatever, was never claimed.
Yep.
And then you brought him down to, and I think the name of the event before going to the dogs, Paws in the Park.
That's
That's
right.
what
So
it is.
Paws
Okay.
in the Park.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
Yes.
I remember because then for a few years it wasn't in the park. It was like in front of Tractor Supply, and people were like, wait a second, Paws in the Park, but it's in a parking lot. So, Paws in the parking lot? But yeah, Paws in the Park, and you had your pup set up, and we were living right across the street actually there, and walked over, and goodness, old Banjo, big old red merle.
Yep.
And yeah, just real quiet. He wasn't barking, where a lot of the other ones, they were like you know, just kind of going crazy, and he was just sitting there like, hey, what's up? I thought, this is a chill dog. He's really chill.
Yep. And
Yes.
then you ended up adopting him.
Adopted him,
He had
yep.
a good long home. with you
Yeah,
guys.
I walked back home and said, hey, hey, honey, thinking about another dog. Well, now at the time, you were fostering, you had quite a few dogs at your home.
Sometimes I'll have 12 dogs, yep.
12.
12 or 14.
Wow.
I try not to have that many
Yeah.
like now, but
Yeah.
like right now I have 8.
Uh-huh.
And some are fosters. Some, unfortunately, there's a couple with me that'll stay with me forever because they're dogs that just won't. They're come in real shy with anybody. They were out of situations where they were living by themselves, dumped for a while, and so they'll stay at my house because they're just,
Yeah,
they won't relocate real well with anyone. So
gotcha.
there's a couple like that I'll get that'll end up staying. So, but otherwise, everything's for adoption.
Yeah, and so Aussie and Friends, I see website, Aussie.
AussieFriendsRescue.com.
There we go. So there are different dogs, Australian Shepherds that you have now on here that are currently up for adoption.
And then we have some that are in the process of, that could be at a foster's. We actually have several right now that will be coming up for adoption, but if they're not ready, they're not on the website. They have to be vetted. Everything goes out with current shots, microchips, spayed, neutered. So if that's not all done, they're not up yet. We did take in an owner surrender dog about a little over almost 2 months ago, and they told us that she could be pregnant, and she was. So we had puppies 4 weeks ago.
Oh.
And they're actually Aussie Goldens.
Really?
And,
Oh,
yeah,
cute.
the
boy.
dad was a
Wow.
golden that was with them, and we know because it came from them. And I've got
Yeah.
pictures of both, although right now they look like little Rottweilers because they're all black tries. But those, when they're ready, and we keep them till after they're 3 months, so shots can be done. They will be going up for adoption, and we have 6 puppies right now with that. Plus mom will be going up for adoption. So we have some things behind the scenes, even
Yeah.
though maybe a lot's not on the website. So we encourage people, if you're interested, go out to the website. There's an online form for adoption right across the top that you click, and you fill that out, and that's the adoption, application. And that tells us about you plus what you're looking at. You can put, what are you looking at, what age, not sure, whatever. Or if you see a dog on the website, you can put that dog's name in, and then the foster will contact directly.
Yeah. Looking on the site, you have a mini runner, 4-year-old male, mini Australian Shepherd, and then 2 handsome guys here.
Yeah, and Runner came out of the real small shelter in Gallup, New Mexico.
Okay.
We bought him and another little female. She's already been adopted, and they were not taken care of. He's kind of on the shy side too.
Gotcha.
But he's coming around and
Yeah.
working with him.
And then Sky and Austin, 2 handsome fellows on here. So again, that's AussieFriendsRescue.com, and Jane will be at Pups in the Pines this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Rumsey Park. Humane Society will be there as well
Yes.
with dogs
Yes.
that are up for adoption. And goodness, how many booths? There are quite a few booths.
There are. So we have a couple of trainers coming as well. And let's
Okay.
not forget to mention the agility for you too, so
Oh, okay.
your demos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, we have the rattlesnake aversion trainer.
That's right,
will
Benjamin.
Be there, Benjamin,
Yes.
with his wares. So, yes.
Will he actually be
Does that
doing
mean
any
snakes? He's gonna have
certifications?
snakes.
I don't know whether he will do certifications, but he will have the snakes.
Snakes.
Yes.
Yes.
With his note ropes, his note ropes.
His muzzles for
Yeah.
the snakes, right?
Yeah.
So he will be there. Also, Mark Alton, who is a dog trainer in town, he will be there. Let's see, Humane Society, PetSmart. I'm just looking at my map here real quick. The therapy dogs will be here from Banner's Caring Canine Program. They are
Okay.
Love on a Leash dogs, and that's a national therapy dog program. So we want everybody to come, learn about that. Our CASAs, our court-appointed special advocates, our foster children helpers, they will be there as well. We have the Gila County Sheriff. You're going to help them do a demo in the morning.
Canine.
Yes, and we also have the sheriff's posse.
Okay.
will have a booth there too. And I wasn't aware, but they are the ones we can thank for helping getting the canines to the sheriff's department. So I'd like to have everybody, learn a little bit more about that.
And aren't they gonna do a demonstration of takedowns and whatnot?
Oh, they are, yes,
That's a lot of
yes.
fun for the public to come see,
Yes.
right at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
this event, it's a very fun event, entertaining, but also educational. Very informative, between the K-9 unit being there and K-9 demonstration, search and rescue, Tano search and rescue. Even I know when you're doing the disc dogs, there's a lot of information that is given on, how this is done, the rules, just all of it. It's not a case where you just say go and start, chucking frisbees, but there's a really good explanation of the scoring and all of it, the rules.
And we'll have the microphone going
Yep.
for all of our events,
Yes,
and
yes.
we'll be able to explain that a little bit in more detail. Because I think I can speak for everyone, is that safety is the most important thing when you're doing dog sports, because they get pretty amped up and they're really good at what they do, and you want to give them the opportunity to be as successful as possible and safe at the same time.
There you go. So if you're just tuning in or just started watching our online stream, Talking Pups in the Pines, it's this Saturday from 10 to 2 a.m. It is in Rumsey Park, right across from the library. That's Rumsey Field number 1. And it will be filled, with the infield is where the exhibitions will take place, search and rescue, Tano search and rescue, and the Gila County K-9 unit demonstration. Then on the side, it will be set up for the disc dogs, fly ball as well, some fly ball demos. All of the vendors will be set up, and there'll be an area for, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, the costume contest and drop, the puppy or dog drop, or what was it, the plop, or where you sit. What do you
It's called musical chairs.
Doggy musical chairs.
Musical bumps.
Musical bumps, that's it.
Musical
I knew it
bumps,
was
yes,
bumps. There
yes,
you go. I
yes.
couldn't bop.
You
plop,
got it, you
bump.
got it. Yeah, yeah. But
Knew it.
it's the butt on the ground.
Butt on the ground.
Yes, yes.
That's right.
Yes.
And then agility. So
Yeah.
you're gonna do agility
We'll do-
demonstration?
Yeah, we're gonna do agility demonstrations, and then to tie into the rescue, we're gonna make it like a tri-agility for public people for a donation. If you wanna give us $1 or $2, it'll go to the rescue. And bring your dog out, and we'll help you kind of get around, do easy stuff. Because there's a, like Johnny said, process in every dog training. Agility, you start very slow. Some people come out and they'll see our teeter set up at full height. Oh, my dog can do that. No, you don't do that. Because when that thing drops one time on your dog and the dog is afraid, your dog's done, and then you got to start over. So when we train at low heights with everything, a little bit at a time, repetition over and over, and you build up to where you can run your full courses. So we'll just set up a little stuff. But they could try it, low jumps, a tunnel, a tire to go through. You could walk up through the weed poles, but anybody wants to at least just try it for the fun of it.
What are those poles called?
Weed poles.
Weed?
Weave.
Weave, yeah, the weave. Oh
Weave
my
poles.
goodness, the dogs that have that down, that go so fast,
Yeah.
their bodies are like contorted. It is so crazy to watch.
And the ones that really bend are the border collies.
Oh, yeah.
Even more than anybody. I think they're probably the ones that hit it
I think
the
so,
hardest
too.
would be the border collies.
Well, the small dog and the large dog have a different
Yeah.
technique.
Yes.
Where the large dogs use one foot kind of at a time, and
And the little guys can
dogs
go like
kind of go like that. It's really
Yeah.
cute.
What did I
and cool.
see? I watched a video the other day. It popped up in my feed. I think of a bulldog running.
Yeah.
And the caption was when you're a little bit heavier, but you're really athletic or something, because he did a great job, getting through there. But you wouldn't expect that because
No.
he had his face and it's just
Yeah.
and a little round thing like
It's
a meatball.
not what they're known for.
No.
So that's what makes it even
No.
I know.
There's some, we've had some out. I've done agility for a long time. My very first agility, I'm an old timer, first agility dog competition I entered, my dog was 92. So I've been doing it for a long time, before it even got as popular as it is now. And we've seen all different kinds. There was a girl down in Phoenix that used to have a basset hound that ran. And they had to leave the jumps at like 4 inches for it to go in. But he did it. He did it. And it's kind of funny you said that because I was just looking on the feed on Facebook this morning, and at an AKC trial, there was a lady running a Great Dane. And you
Oh
don't
my
see that very often
goodness.
either,
Oh,
but
wow.
it is a Great Dane. And for the people that used to know Terry, that own furry friends up here, she had the big Great
Yeah.
Danes.
Right.
She used to live next to me, and when I do my agility classes, she brought her dog over and did class with me a couple times, and we actually got him to do stuff. He looked at us kind of crazy to go through the tunnel.
That's what I was just thinking. The tunnel, did you have to have
He's-
a bigger?
No,
'cause he had to
it's
get
the
down,
same,
didn't
but
he?
then there was a grown phoenix who used to run one, and it would literally get down and like crawl through it and then come out. But we had hers, he would do like the A-frame and the dog walk, and he would do the teeter, and he would jump over the jumps and
Oh.
stuff, but they can do it, but that's
Yeah, the
that's
jump-
not the typical dog for
The
him.
jumps would be nothing for a Great Dane. I mean, just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
saunter over.
yeah.
Wow.
But all the agility is for all different kinds of dogs, and some people are definitely real into the sport for competition and they're going for the top stuff. But there's other people that want to do it just for fun and
Yeah.
let their dog do it for fun.
So again, a great event. Bring your dog out. Must be on a leash. Please have your dog on a leash, and know that there'll be a lot of other dogs there. There'll be a lot of other dogs. So if your dog, you know, maybe doesn't do well with other dogs, isn't quite maybe ready for that, then get the information of a trainer here in town, and you can, you know, start working with your dog, and they can start working with you, the owner, because that's what it really comes down to, is training the owner and, you know, the dog, not just the dog.
Yes. And if I could add to that too, town codes apply as far as vaccinated dogs. So we
Okay.
must have rabies vaccination. We're not going to ask for it, but
Yes.
the dogs need to be vaccinated.
Okay.
So it's part of the code.
Makes
We'll have
sense.
signs out there, so just make sure everybody, you were talking about safety, we want to make sure everybody is safety first, so,
There we go.
okay.
Yes. And
Forgot what I was gonna say.
that is all right.
Well,
Yeah.
let's, as we're talking about different breeds of dogs
Yes.
doing everything, I didn't, the therapy dogs from Banner,
Mhm.
the Love on the Leash folks that will be there, all variety of dogs. So you'll see big dogs and little dogs and, just all different breeds doing this therapy work.
Mhm.
And that is very important. And the other piece of this is service dogs will be there as well, assistance dogs. And we have 30 minutes set aside so everybody, and it's an educational piece, so everybody can understand the differences between what a therapy dog does, their role, and what a service or a trained assistance dog does. And their
Very
roles.
different.
Yeah.
Yes, so,
And this event, Pups in the Pines, it is really a celebration of our canine companions and all the different roles that they play in our lives. Everything from being a companion, love on the leash, a service dog,
Search and rescue.
search and rescue, canine working dog,
Sport dogs.
sport dogs, yeah, the
Yep.
agility courses, just the whole range, the whole gambit of, dogs and the roles they play in our lives, which is really cool. It's cool that in this one event, again, it's this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., you get exposure and you get to see all of these different organizations and demonstrations happening, during the day. And then another just fun part of the event is there's the costume contest.
Yes.
And the owner and dog look alike.
yes.
Yeah,
Johnny.
with Johnny.
Yes, yes.
And yeah, you take this one serious. you take this one serious. I remember your biker outfit.
Yeah,
You
Harley
and your
Davidson,
biker-
baby.
The Harley dog, the Harley Johnny and her Harley dog. But yeah, a look-alike contest. So dress your dog up, or however you want to do it. Get creative. But there'll be a contest for the look-alike. Also a costume
That's
contest.
fun too.
And then tricks, the best
Tricks.
tricks.
Best trick.
Yeah,
And
best
then-
trick.
And musical bumps is in there
And
too.
musical bumps, which is like musical chairs, but it's when the music stops, the dog has to sit, and the first one to sit, or the last one to sit is out, and then you just go until there's only one dog left.
Yes.
And yeah, there would be a fun one. Have a musical bumps, but with the owner and the dog. They both have to sit.
That might be difficult.
We'll take that for next
Yeah.
year. That's
Under
that's a great
consideration.
idea.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
That's a great
I'm joking.
idea.
It would take too long for the owner to get up off the ground.
And then there's prizes. There's
Yes, there
prizes.
are. And thanks to PetSmart,
Oh,
we have
nice.
some very nice prizes for our contest winners. So
Mhm.
for second and third prizes, they'll be out there, being shown. You can sign up online now through Parks and Rec. There's a online registration for all of the contests, or you can sign up the day of too.
Oh, that's good. I wanted to mention, to ask you that, if
Yes.
before it was day of sign up,
Yes.
and this is pre-register, but you can also sign up.
Sign up day of.
Excellent.
Yep,
Day
we'll
of.
have everything out there.
Yep, great. And also with the event going from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., right over lunch, there will
Yes,
be food out there as well,
There will
right?
be food, yes. We have some coffee and some bakery goodies for the morning. We have you can't have a dog event without Dogfather. So Dogfather's gonna be
Yeah.
there with hot dogs and hamburgers.
Mhm.
Okay, we have Kona Ice will be there. And we also have a face painter there. So we have food,
Nice.
we have drinks, and we have a face painter that will not only do your face perhaps, but perhaps a little something on the dog as well.
But the
3D.
children could take advantage of that, the families that come could take advantage of the face painting for their kids.
Mhm.
They could,
Yeah,
yes,
because
yes.
that's kind of gives them something really
Yes,
exciting to do.
that's fun. Well, and they can do that with the artists too, so the
That's
kids
true.
can help with the.
That's right,
at
the artist, room country artist being there.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they would love that. So
No.
yeah, we hope there's enough fun stuff for kids. Oh, we also have kids' games.
Yes,
And we have
that's right.
we have a kind of a fun game, that you have to spin a wheel, pick a color, then you go over to another little triangle and pick a Tootsie Pop. And depending on if you get a prize Tootsie Pop, or if there's, a red mark at the end of your Tootsie Pop, you get to go over here and pick another prize. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
There you
so-
go.
So there's just all sorts of fun there, Chris.
Oh, yeah, a lot of things to do and see, and again, the demonstrations. I think, what does the day look like as far as order of events? 10 o'clock, I think, first
Yes,
is the Gila
yes.
County Canine demonstration.
Yes, we kick it off with the canines. Those guys are ready to go as soon as they get there, so
Mhm.
we're gonna let them do their thing. Search and rescue, will follow that. Johnny then will take over with the athletic dogs. You'll run your disc dogs, your fly ball, agility, Jane, you'll have that. And then we'll kick it over for just that, about 30 minutes of education on the service versus the therapy dogs.
Mhm.
And then we go right into the contest, and they will shoot me, if I don't remember to mention, our Lions Club raffle
Mm.
at 2 o'clock. That's a big, we have
That's always
so
a great
many
raffle.
things out there. Thanks to PetSmart, thanks to our Lions Club members, there's Ocean Blue certificates, there's Bashes, gift cards, there's In-N-Out stuff in there. There are many, many, many things.
Wow.
30 different baskets full of goodies, so
Wow.
please come out, bring a couple of bucks and buy some raffle tickets, so.
Yeah, and again, all ages, all ages.
So one thing I did want to mention is, if you were interested, at these assigned times, there'll be a microphone describing the event. And during the other times when the contests and whatnot are going on, we may still be doing some practices and some demos without the sound going
Yes.
on. Well, there might be sound because it's sometimes a little noisy with those guys. But because, well, for example, in flyball, we're going to a tournament next weekend in Utah.
Yeah.
So we may want to be prepping a few of these dogs with some specific drills just before we head to the tournament.
Oh, yeah. No, it should be, again, just a very exciting day and a lot going on. I know that was the first time I saw the disc dogs. That I really watched. I know I've seen in the past there's been an agility event, and I think disc dogs and what is the school, the one school?
Payson Elementary.
Payson Elementary, PES, in that field, and there was a group that would come, I think.
Well, they
once
have
a year.
agility in
We just
April.
did a agility show there in April.
Okay, yes.
Every April, about the middle of April, we have been doing it, a dog show. First Dog Sports, and
Okay.
they're kind of run out of Sholo.
Yeah.
But they come down here and have a show here in April, and then up in Sholo for agility. We have one coming up in June, the middle of June up there. Then we do August and September also up in Sholo at the city
Gotcha.
park.
Yeah.
And in September 13th actually, we'll be at Payson Elementary when
Okay.
I'm co-hosting what they call the World Championship.
Okay.
You have a week's time, and everywhere in the world they need to host in that particular
Gotcha.
segment of time. And we get people from out of state. We obviously get a lot of people from the valley because it's so blinking hot.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
want to
yeah.
come up here where it's cooler, and
Yeah.
we have a really great event
Wow.
in September. And that's a lot of fun, and there's some really good dogs that are playing Frisbee.
Mhm. Yeah, it was great to watch at last year's event, again, the disc dogs, and just to be that close, because you're right there along the fence and you can see the markers, and I know you're like, okay, go, 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 is it gonna go, to the, what, like 30 or what
Yeah,
is it,
it's for
340?
the first 10 yards, you can't get a score
Yeah.
unless you're 13 years old and under. That's called a junior handler.
Gotcha,
A junior handler can actually get a point if they're short, if they're out of bounds,
gotcha.
as long as the dog catches it, then the 13 and under junior handler will still get a score.
Mhm.
But for anybody over 13, you have to go to at the end of the 10 to the 20 is worth a point. The next section is worth 2 points, then 3 points, skips 4 points, and then you go to 5 points. Now, I actually have a dog who qualifies what we call a teeny dog
Uh-huh,
because he's under 15 inches.
okay,
So if he catches in the 2 points, he gets a bonus point, so he'll get 3 points.
oh, wow, okay.
So if you have a little rock star like I think I do,
Yeah,
he can get good points as long as I'm throwing decently. You know,
Gotcha.
it's a partnership. You
Yeah,
said something
yeah.
earlier about what us human beings.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's in every sport
You
I've
have to be able
played.
to throw.
The people are the most
Yeah.
important who need to
Yeah.
learn.
Yeah.
Whether it's agility,
Yeah.
fly ball, disc,
Yep,
yeah,
the dog takes the clue from
dock
you.
diving, anything. It's the timing of the people because the dogs are just.
dock diving, that's something I saw, yes, and what breed was that? Oh my gosh, the dog launched like over
Probably a
20
whippet
feet.
has the world
Or-
record.
And the Malinois.
And the Malinois. But the whippets are really coming on.
Malinois are another one though.
Yeah, oh my gosh, this dog it was crazy. Almost went to the end of the pool.
Yeah,
How
they
far
have
it was.
they may have to extend the pool because they're going so much further.
Yeah.
Wow.
It used to be the world record was like 23, now it's 32, and the pool's
Yeah.
40. So,
Wow,
I mean, they're
oh my
really flying.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
that-
dock diving on the 20th up by Kingman at Jumping Canine Ranch.
Wow.
They have to have a regulation pool and they have
Yeah.
a judge and,
Dock diving.
it's crazy fun.
That would be fun if we could get it up here, because we've
It
never
would
done
be
that.
fabulous,
But,
but a traveling
they do-
dock is
Yeah, it's
pretty
expensive. They do that down at Westworld when they have SEMO Sports for
Oh, okay.
agility.
Right.
When they have
Yeah.
agility, our national finals, when we're at Westworld down there, they'll have them come set up a pool down there, and they can compete down there at Westworld, and you can watch them with everything.
Wow.
It's a lot of fun too.
Yeah, well, hey, Pups in the Pines, you don't want to miss it this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Rumsey Park on Rumsey Field, #1, right across from the library. You can't miss it. When you get into Rumsey Park, you'll see everything set up. That field will be filled with easy ups, with the setup for the disc dogs, all of it.
Yeah.
So come on out, have a wonderful time. And again, bring your dog, but has to be on a leash and has to have all the vaccinations, rabies vaccines and everything else. So thank you, ladies, so much for coming on this morning. And thank you everyone for listening and watching. Also a big thank you to the Shed Kings for sponsoring our Community Spotlight program. Time to get back to the music here with the Animals, Badfinger, Triumph, and more. But first, let's hear from our sponsor, the Shed Kings, and then a quick update from the National Weather Service. You guys have a beautiful Thursday.
The Shed Kings, offering 2 convenient locations in Star Valley and Overguard, Arizona.
Hey there, I'm Curtis. And I'm Anthony. And we're the Shed Kings, home of the rent-to-own, no credit check program.
We offer barns, sheds, garages, cabins, and steel buildings, all built to last. Proudly representing Graceland Portable Buildings, industry leaders for over 20 years. Need something larger? We also represent American Steel Buildings for unmatched durability and the best warranties in the business. Quality matters. If there was a better constructed building on the market, we would be selling it.
Shed Kings made it so easy. The quality's unbeatable. I loved it so much, I joined the team.
Enjoy enhanced floor and wall durability, optimized fasteners, and budget-friendly options. Choose from a wide variety of styles and colors to fit your needs. Graceland Portable Buildings has the highest customer quality ratings year after year.
So come see us in person and experience the Shed Kings difference, because we have the shed you've been looking for. If not, we can build it. Call or visit us to get started.